Manchester United are publicly backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. All the top journalists, including Fabrizio Romano, state of a universal backing of the manager. Disappointment in the performances, but expecting an improvement in results. The big question that I want to pose to all of you today is, do you believe what the Glazers and the board are telling the mainstream media? Do you really believe they are 100% behind Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? We've got some different angles from that today. I'm going to give you my views and opinions and a short interview with a leading Norwegian football expert who believes Manchester United have already begun preliminary talks with Antonio Conte and Erik Ten Hag. Smash that like button for us. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. Let's do this. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back for another action-packed show for you. It's a busy day on the terrace today, 6 p.m. The top six show is here. Jess, Anita, Daniel, and then a few others will be joining us to build up to Arsenal Palace, review the situations of the weekend, of course, preview the Champions League that starts tomorrow as well. We've got match reactions today for the Arsenal Palace game, and of course, big build-up. No, Not Fan Park Live is back for the Champions League as well. So we're very, very excited about that indeed. I want everybody's take, though, on what's going on surrounding Ole and Manchester United this morning, because we've seen it from everybody. The likes of Laurie Whitwell, David Ornstein, of course, Fabrizio Romano that we've mentioned. He is getting support from Manchester United. As claimed here, United are still backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They expect the situation to improve in the next weeks. Of course, not happy with the last results and team performances, but the club's still protecting the manager. That appears to be the overriding message from every single journalist. In fact, they almost echo one another completely. It's like they've all just changed. You know, like you can do that thing on Word. You type a word and you can go, give me some what other words can I use that mean the same thing? It's almost like they've done that. It's actually got an official name and I forget what that is now, but there's a number of things at play here as far as I'm concerned. And the reason I say that is because we've been here before. We've been here before as football fans seeing this. Manchester United back Jose Mourinho and have no plans to remove him as manager, The Guardian right here. Louis van Gaal's job is safe for next season, even if he misses out on top four. This was produced by David McDonnell in the March of 2016. Gathering storm. Moyes is safe for now, but the pressure is building on the Tetra United boss. Is she showing it to the press? So as early, within a few weeks of this being printed, time and time again, we've seen the mainstream media not lie to us, but tell us what the club are briefing, what officials, whoever it may be at the football club are telling everybody. But do you actually believe it this time around? It's an interesting one as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to be blunt with you. I don't. I think it's a case of if he turns the form around and we do very well against Atalanta, Liverpool, Tottenham, City, we come out of those games with three or four wins and some improved performances, then maybe he is safe. Therefore, the board haven't lied. But if you notice the one thing that's been produced by all the journalists, it's that they're not happy with what's happening and they're expecting and demanding an improvement. If that improvement don't come in the next couple of games, the board are going to sack Ole. The board are going to sack Ole as far as I'm concerned. Max here says all the Liverpool's front three have more goals than Ronaldo this season. Surely you can't accept that as a United fan. I mean, I don't know, Max. I respect the super chat. Thank you. So I've got a bit of a focus issue here. I'm just going to try and fix that a little bit. That's better. There we go. I don't know how much of the Terrace you've been watching. That's not something I'm accepting of. It isn't something that I'm happy with. And we all know my stance on Ollie and what the club needs to do moving forward. It's wrong that we're not creating enough chances. The way we're playing it, etc., is terrible at this moment in time. There is no defending it at all whatsoever. Yes, that's the word I was looking for, my friend. Or using a thesaurus. Yes, absolutely right there. But as I say, how many of you believe? I want to see it in the comments. I want to get almost like a show of hands. Who believes that the Glazers are really backing him? The poll here says, 57% of you do believe that the Glazers are 100% behind Ollie, as claimed by the media. 43% of you think don't believe it as it stands. I would love to ascertain and understand why you believe they're behind him. Is that blind hope as a rival? Is it that you don't trust the Glazers? And I tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I think here. And I'm going to show you a clip here from the Norwegian football expert I mentioned. I want to say this in the right way. I put out those newspaper articles last night, and a lot of Chelsea fans, there's also a quote from Fabrizio Romano from just before the sacking of Frank Lampard. And I'll read out what this said. This quote was, in fact, I'll put that quote up on the screen for you. It's easier if I can do that as well. So I'll put that up on the screen. So this quote about Frank Lampard states, let me just wait for this to load up here. There we go. What was said is Chelsea will stick with Lampard. There has been no contact with another manager, but the board wants to see improvements. So, of course, a lot of Chelsea fans have kind of said, well, we've got Roman. We want to win. You've got the Glazers. They want a yes man. And I don't disagree with that train of thought. My point is this. Man United's form, performances and results are so bad, we're heading out of the Champions League, and we won't make it into the top four with the way we're playing. The money. Missing out on the top four and going out in the group stages of the Champions League, just in prize money and TV money alone, will cost Man United around £80 million. Plus, you get less from your sponsors. That's in most of the clauses. It could end up costing the Glazers and Manchester United around £100 million. That's still their focus. Their focus is still maintaining the income and money. They're not doing what Chelsea tried to do, or what City or what Liverpool would do in this situation, going to try and win trophies. They are caring about the money. So my belief that Ollie's job is under massive pressure, my belief that he is legitimately facing the sack in the short term, has nothing to do with Man United trying to win trophies. They will claim that. That is what they will tell us. I'm yet to be convinced that is the driving force behind anything that this Manchester United board or the Glazers do, no matter what they tell us or how they spin it. A defeat to Atalanta this week, or a poor result, accumulated by a bad defeat against Liverpool, in my opinion, will see the end of his job. I just do not believe he'll survive that, especially if the results are embarrassing. I do want to take your calls on this, though. I do want to know what you're thinking and feeling. I've just shared the link there in the live comment section. I want to do some of your comments that are coming through here. I want to get some take on this. I don't understand. Most pundits are complaining about the way United are playing, which is indirectly leads to the manager, yet aren't calling for his head. Yeah, of course. This is what happens, right? So I was actually having a conversation with somebody about this at the Football Content Awards. And they said to me, Terry, would you like to be immersed with the players, be friends with lots of players and get them on your show and everything, blah, blah, blah. And I said, there's a part of me that would love to have that access and learn from them. But equally, what I love about the Football Terrace is that we are legit for the fans. So it's for you to phone in and leave your comments every day to say what you think and feel. It is harder to say about somebody or to someone's face, someone you know, someone who's your friend, someone that you've grown a relationship and rapport with. It's a hell of a lot harder to be, first of all, objective and equally damning of them. It's just not normal. We see it on socials all the time. We'll condemn person A that we don't know for doing something bad. Person B that we love and respect, we make excuses for them. It's natural. So I totally get you, but I understand the train of thought behind it. Let's have a look at some of these comments here. I'm trying to understand whether you think the Glazers are backing him on it. They're the comments I'm going to be focusing on right now. Jan Furtov said that United are not going to sack Ollie. Yeah, I don't believe what they're being told. As I said, there are just type in managers at big clubs that have been sacked in the last 2 or 3 years and type in Antonio Conte's job safe. Jose Mourinho's job's safe. Everything that journalists are saying now about Oli is rinse, wash, repeat when it comes to a manager being under pressure. Oli is facing the sack. That is the reality of it. Now, Man United fans, I actually get it from both sides. Man United fans don't want to believe it because they're scared of getting their hopes up. Rival fans don't want to believe it because there is the distinct possibility that if the next manager comes in is of a higher quality in terms of coaching and that we play better, that this Man United squad could do damage, especially if Oli is sacked very, very early. I want to play a short clip here that was sent in to us by the Norwegian football expert, Andrea. Sent this exclusively for the Football Terrace about what he's been told in relation to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job. After that, we're going to take your calls, but make sure that like button has been smashed, please. Let's get this stream past at least 300 likes while we're live on the air. Get that done. Support the Terrace, the only channel, again, that every day lets you actually have your say. Let's see what Andrea has got to say here about this situation.
Thank you so much, Teddy, and let's start to say that this will be a couple of very interesting weeks for Manchester United, but at the moment the Manchester United board are 100% backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because they now are expecting results against Atalanta. They're expecting results against teams like Liverpool and Manchester City, so they're expecting wins. They're not expecting to lose because they're so confident in Ole to win these matches. But they have already started talks with the likes of Erik Ten Hag and Antonio Conte. And this is totally confirmed. It has been talks between Antonio Conte's representatives and the Manchester United board. So this is totally confirmed. But if we look at what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer himself is thinking about his position now at Manchester United, he is feeling 100% calm. He feels like he's going to stay at Manchester United. He's so relaxed. He knows that the board is backing him now in the next games. Of course, if he's going to lose against Atalanta, Liverpool, then maybe Manchester City, then there are very big chances of him losing his job. If he loses to Atalanta, then Liverpool, and then Manchester City, then I'm actually expecting Ole to be sacked. But as of now, Manchester United are 100% backing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but it's also important to say that I can 100% confirm here that there have been official talks with Antonio Conte and Erik Ten Hag's representatives.
There we go. Thank you very much for that. And look, we all know he's a Chelsea fan and predominant Chelsea journalist, but he has that Norwegian football connection, growing very quickly, respectable guy. He put something out on Twitter yesterday. We were talking. I actually spoke to another couple of journalists yesterday as well. And what was very intriguing about what they said, and I hope this comes to fruition, then I'll be thanking rivals, that one of the biggest things that's upsetting Joel Glazer and the board at Man United is the level of negativity in the press and across social media and the embarrassment of the way United are being teased and memed by rival fans. And that made me laugh because that's why I keep saying to Man United fans, ignore the banter. The banter right now, the laughter, the compilations, anything that makes Man United's brand look bad is better for us as United fans because that is what triggers the Glazers into action more so than the actual results. And listen to what Andrea said there. And listen to what every other journalist is saying. 100% behind Oli. But then they're expecting him to win all those games. That's weird in itself. But they're 100% behind him, but they've started talks with other people. And every journalist has said, if he doesn't do well in these next few games, his job's going to be in danger. But if you're 100% backing Oli because he's the right guy, then these next 3 or 4 games don't matter, do they? Like, that's why I'm saying to people, have your own opinions, but read between the lines and look beyond the end of your nose. Oli is facing the sack 110%. Talks with other managers, of course, are going to start right now. Of course they are. Because forget trying to win trophies. What did the Glazers know is about to happen here? If we lose to Atalanta and lose embarrassingly to Liverpool, stock prices go do. Then what do? They sack the manager. What happens when they sack the manager every time? Share price, boom, up in the air. They then appoint a manager that everybody's excited about. Boom, another big growth in the transfer market. They then sell some more shares and make themselves personally another 50, 100, 150 million pounds. They will look at this as a money-making opportunity. And if at the end of it, it results in better football for us, that's a bonus to the Glazers. So forget this notion that they won't do it because they want a yes man. They will look at this now as an opportunity to say, right, it's becoming toxic. It's poisonous. It's embarrassing for the brand. We're dropping in value. Well, let's put out across the financial market that we're going to be sacking him really soon. People will start to, as our share price drops, more people will invest because that's what you do. Because whenever there's a dip at Man United, there's invariably a big boom afterwards. And then bang, they're going to make loads and loads of money. And I'm going to go to your calls now. Question I've got, though, for rivals. The question I've got for rivals today, and this is more at Liverpool fans. What do you want to happen on Sunday? Man United nick a win to keep Ollie in a job. You narrowly beat us, but it's an even game. And Ollie keeps his job. Or do you want to embarrass us? Egg on our face, 3, 4, 5 goals. But that then is the final nail in the coffin for Ollie. What would you personally want? I'd love to hear from rivals today on this. Make sure like buttons are being smashed. Make sure you're sharing the stream across your social media platforms. We're going to go to your calls now. Mo's going to come. I'm going to see if Mo can do a call without swearing as well. That's going to be a challenge for him today. Let's get the stream past 250 likes while we're live on the air, please. Let's see what people are saying here. A lot of Ollie ins. Finish us, please, is what Anthony says. George just says Liverpool victory. KB9 says United getting 6-0. Interesting take. Stefan here says Ten Hag or Enrique is a type of manager we never tried before. Elite coaches in their staff as well, who are also excellent managers. In this new era of football, you absolutely need both. It's going to be intriguing. Ten Hag's gettable. I feel like Luis Enrique with the World Cup like 13 months away. I don't think he'll leave. I just don't think we can get him. Let's see what happens there. Right, let's go to some of these calls now. I want to get Mo on the line with me first to have his say. Smash that like and share button. Let's do it. Mo's here with me. What's on your mind, bro?
Good morning, Terry. Yeah, I think he's done, Terry. I think my personal opinion is they've started talks with Conte and Ten Hag behind the scene. I think the rumours are coming out. I think Ten Hag is favourite to get the job. But they are speaking to Conte. I think it's going to be between Conte and Ten Hag. Zidane might be there, but I think on the list, it's definitely Conte. It's definitely Ten Hag. Also, in addition to that, our legends that care about the club are keeping this guy in the job because they're his friends. So they don't care about Man United. Even though we're a laughing stock in world football, they're still keeping him in the job. Gary Neville is a muppet for backing this guy. That was Jose Mourinho or Louis van Gaal. We've seen the past. He was calling for their head. And then on Saturday he goes, "Oh, the players need to, run on more." There's no tactics out there. He's a failed manager as well. Terry, he's a failed manager as well. He's got no footballing coaches. That's why he got sacked from Valencia. But I think I've also heard about Harry Maguire having a bit of a not fallout with him.
Mo, can I stop you for a minute? Are you calling on a Bluetooth set or something?
Yeah, I'm calling a Bluetooth set.
Yeah, can you try? I'll put you backstage. I want to hear your thoughts, but it's really the line's really bad. Bluetooth don't work on. Call back in this. I'll put you backstage. Call back in a second because it don't work very well. I want to hear what he's got to say. Max here says they haven't started talks. Usual clickbait. But we've had a professional journalist that's come on and made the claim. This isn't the football terrorist making the claim. K-Max, a professional Norwegian football expert, has made the claim. We've shared his video. You get to have your say at it, my friend. To say that it's clickbait is just your bum hurting. Stop being butthurt. Shut your mouth and do one, my friend. I mean, we literally bring the journalist on. You call it clickbait. Go suck in your mum's tits, bro. Go suck in your mum's titties. And in fact, I'm just going to block you from the channel because don't need any of your bullshit today. See you later, mate. Go suck on their mum titties. See you later. God, these children, mate. Got to get back on the mum breast. Not enough breast milk. Not fully developed. Angry little guys. Right, Kasim's on the show with us next to have his say. What are you saying, brother?
Good morning, Teddy. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. What do you want to say?
What do you want to say? I know I was watching you all weekend. You're rigid, but and it's rightly so as well about Man United performance and result as well. But I gotta ask you a question, Teddy, because I know obviously you're Man United fan. For the love of God, what is Gary Neville trying to say a weekend? Right, hear me out, Teddy, and don't talk to me, please. He come out, blame the players not working very hard. He didn't blame the system. He didn't blame the system. He didn't blame the tactics, and certainly he didn't blame the manager. So, for the love of God, what is Gary Neville trying to do? Because he was a failure as a manager for Valencia. It's clearly trying to protect his mate. But I'm sorry, Terry. If he's a really, truly Man United fan, we bought the club first. No, his mate. If my son does something wrong, I would dress him to make sure he's not doing it again. He's protecting his mate over Man United, and I'm very, as a neutral.
So I hear you on that,
give it to me, Terry. You give it to me. If I am wrong, you give it to me as a Man United.
No, listen, bro. Let me just respond. Let me respond. So I said it earlier. Gary Neville and the United, all the United players that played with Ollie, I wouldn't say I'm disgusted with them. I understand why they're backing him because it's a friend of theirs. It's someone they love and they respect and they've got time for. I just switch off from listening. It makes me not want to listen to the punditry because I know it's not going to be honest. And for me, like, Ollie is a major reason that we're playing the way we're playing now. There's no doubt about it. To ignore that is...
give it to me.
It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous from all of them. Protecting Ollie right now is helping nobody, least of all Ollie. It's not even helping Ollie. It's helping absolutely... It's helping nobody at all. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not expecting them to absolutely blast him. I'm not expecting them to disrespect...
Why not? Why not?
Why? Because I just think that in life, that's just not how you treat people that you know. Like, I don't expect them to be...
Terry, we're talking about...
Wait. But I don't expect them. Whether I want them to or not is different from what I expect. I don't expect them to disrespect a friend of theirs, but still speak honestly. Still speak and say, Ollie has to improve here and there. I don't expect them to be nasty about him or disrespectful about him. I just expect them to tell the truth. And big parts of the problem at Man United right now stem from the way we play football and the way we're managed and the way things are done by Ollie. Kaz, great call, mate. Absolutely appreciate what you say. Top man indeed. Thank you. Let's look at some of these comments coming through here. What are we saying? I don't know what we're saying here. Come on. I want some opinions, people. Give me some opinions in these comments. After your stuff's at each other and it doesn't make any sense to me, I want some of your opinions. I'm too young to have watched Ollie, but he's ruined his legacy for me. I've never liked him as a person on the screen and avoid all his press conferences. Do you know, Lewis, as a younger fan, I actually appreciate what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from because you never got to see him ply his trade, do his thing. His legacy isn't damaged as a Man United player or as a Man United legend, in my opinion. I actually think Ollie's tried to do his best. Someone doing their best and failing is very different from somebody disrespecting the football club, behaving terribly, mistreating players, etc. I think that's why you're not seeing the likes of Pogba. And I totally believe that Pogba's comment was, our system isn't working, our tactics are not working, we're not being coached right. But there is still respect for Ollie for the way he treats people, the way he is as a person and his figure at the club. That's why we need the Glazers to act, because they need to stop this now. They need to get this done. And they might not be able to do it today, right this minute. They might want to have a new manager lined up. A lot of people in the comments are saying that but Fabrizio says something different to this journalist. And like I said at the top, Fabrizio also said this, that Chelsea will stick with Lampard and there's been no contact with any other managers, but the board wants to see improvements. About 2 weeks later, Frank Lampard was gone. So it isn't that any one journalist is lying. They're giving you the information that they have received. Every single time a big manager at a big club or a manager at a big club is under pressure like this, the club comes out and publicly defends them. That, for me, is actually the telltale sign there's a problem. Listen to what Fabrizio said. They expect change and they're not happy, but they're fully behind him. And this is one of these quotes, word for word. As of now, they're not talking to any other manager. And we know what that means in the managerial or transfer market. They're not talking to him directly. But if they were 100% behind Ollie, the press conference would just be, the results aren't great, but we know Ollie's going to turn it around. He's going to be here this season. He's not being sacked no matter what happens because we know he's the right manager to take us forward. That isn't what they're saying. It's, we're backing him. We're fully behind him. But he better improve them results quickly. There's a follow-up to that. Or else what? If you're in a real meeting with somebody or a real interview with someone, it's or else what? That's what's missing. My interpretation is he's walking a very thin tightrope as it stands right now. Man like Tom is back on the show. He was with us yesterday to have his say. What's on your mind, bro?
Oh, hello, Terry. How are you, mate?
I'm very, very well. I want to get your...
I just want to let you know, I like you. I love what you're doing. I love KJ as well. I love everybody. I love David, Anita, especially Anita. She's one of my favorites because I'm Nigerian, and obviously she's Nigerian. I'm Nigerian, so big up Anita. I love Kendall. I was happy for her and Matty that Newcastle got a new takeover, and I love everybody. I love Rams. Big up him as well. I love everybody. So what I want to say is, how can Ole Gunnar freestyle what Saeed says? How can he still be in a job? I don't know how. How can him and Arteta still be in a job? How can both managers still be in a job? Both of them need to be sacked. How can they both still be in a job? I understand your frustration, KJ. Big up Neeks. I love Neeks. Big up the guy. I understand you're not going to win the league with this manager. That squad's good enough to win, to challenge, even win the league. He's not good enough. That guy should be sacked. How can he still be in a job? Not good enough at all.
Do you know what, mate? You're spot on. You're beyond spot on. You're absolutely right. And why do you think it is? What's your opinion, though? Why do you believe that he's there still?
I think his tactics are awful. He's out of his depth. He has no game management, and you keep getting lucky. Because I remember when I was watching it, you got lucky against Wolves. If Wolves had their shooting boots on, they could have won the game 3 or 4-0 at Molineux. You got lucky against Southampton. I thought Adam Armstrong should do better. And Leicester I didn't watch the game, but Leicester just destroyed you. Vardy, Patson Daka, Tillemans, Maddison because I said Leicester were going to beat you. I said 2-1 Leicester. I think Leicester will win this game 2-1, and obviously it was 4-2. So yeah, and to be honest, he needs to resign because he's ruined his legacy. He needs to resign for me. He needs to be sacked. And the Glazers have lied to you, saying we're going in the right direction. They have lied to you. And Gary Neville, he's a Man United legend, Ollie's former teammate, but you're talking shit. Why are you backing your friend? You wasn't good at Valencia. You are a failed manager. You wasn't good at Valencia, and you have the guts to say you're blaming the players. Pogba doesn't. I can tell Pogba doesn't want to play under this guy. Ronaldo, you think Ronaldo wants to play Europa League? No. And Ronaldo played with Ollie. He'll get him sacked. His former manager and teammate. He'll get him sacked. How can Ronaldo? You think he wants to play Europa League? You think Sancho and Varane? You think they want to play Europa League? This Man United football club should be getting out of the group comfortably. Should be winning the league with that squad. A Conte, a Zidane, a Poch, a Enrique, a Zidane, a better manager will win Man United the league. Man United Football Club should be winning the league with that squad. End of story. And he's Ollie Inez. Stop sucking up to him. He's not good enough. He's out of his depth. He shouldn't have got the job in the first place when you sacked Mourinho. It's like with me. I'm the same with Arteta. People have said to me, I'm deluded. Why are you not backing this manager? I said to people, he's a rookie manager. End of. Arteta is a rookie. He's out of his depth. I never wanted him in the first place. I wanted Ancelotti. I wanted Conte. Even Nuno I wanted Zidane. I wanted Thomas Tuchel. But no, Stan Kroenke has lied to us. He got a novice manager who used to put out coins for Pep Guardiola. I keep calling him Pep Guardiola's coin because he used to put out coins for him. Now look at us. We are 13th on the league. As for Man United Football Club, sorry about that. He needs to be sacked. And you guys deserve better. You deserve a Conte, a Poch, a Ten Hag, a Zidane. Luis Enrique. You don't deserve this guy. And your fixtures, I can see. And Liverpool, you got Liverpool at home, and it's on my birthday, by the way. It's on my birthday.
Oh, nice.
And I'll be 27 as well. So, and it's like Old Trafford. I can see a 3-2 Liverpool win. I can see 3-2.
Mate, I can see 5-0. Listen, I want to say, first of all, absolutely brilliant call.
I've got one more thing to say.
Go on, bro. You keep going. Show's yours. Hang on. Wait. Show's yours. Go for it.
And you got Tottenham, and you got Tottenham away, and the Manchester derby. I know you're going to win the Manchester derby because that keeps him in that. Even if you win the Manchester derby, that should be his final Manchester derby. I think you win the Manchester derby, and he needs to be sacked because I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not good enough for Man United Football Club. I think you Man United fans deserve everything. You, KJ, Nicks, big up you lot. I think you guys deserve better than this manager. Look at me. I've suffered for 15 years with Stan Kroenke. Now Edu's a prick. Vinay, these wild lads and pagans. I've suffered since 2006. I know you lot have been suffering. You guys haven't won the leagues. You have no trophies as well. You haven't won the league since 2013. You haven't won a trophy since 2017. And I felt sorry for you lot as well. Like the Europa League final, I felt obviously you should be winning that. Villarreal, obviously. Unai Emery, even though I wanted him gone because he wasn't good enough, he was just clueless as well. Like playing Terrace as an attacking midfielder and we need a defensive midfielder.
Do you know what it is, bro?
Yeah.
Listen, I want to say, like, great passion in everything you've said, and there's a lot of what I agree with. The Gary Neville stuff made me die, bruv. Like, mate, it was funny. And as I've said before, a lot of people don't believe that the Glazers are going to sack him because they want a yes man. They are ignoring why the Glazers bought and own Man United it's an asset that they have made hundreds of millions of pounds profit from. They've grown an asset that cost them not a penny of their own money to buy that is now worth billions of pounds. Legit, if they sold the club tomorrow, they're going to add billions of pounds to their net worth. They're worth about 6 billion quid. Their net worth would jump up to about 9 to 10 billion if they sold Manchester United. That's why they're here. It's money. The reason that Ollie's job is under pressure isn't because fans like me, fans like Neeks, fans like KJ want us to win trophies and we want to improve. They'll spin that to us. What they are going to ask for is they're going to be worried about the money. Now, I was talking to KJ about this last night, and I'll definitely bring it up on the top 6 Bet Victor show, 6 p.m. tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're tuning in. The action packs. Top man.
I'll be there.
My view is this.
Go on.
We can't get rid of the Glazers.
Yeah.
But you know what? Would I take the way they run the club if we were winning some trophies along the side and playing better football? Probably, because it's one of those things in life where you take a happy medium in between the two things that you want. But Ollie has got to go. I want them to act. I don't really care what their motivations are at this moment in time. I just want him removed and moved on. Tom, top man. Yeah, go on, mate. Go on.
One more thing. The Manchester derby. How are you looking forward to the Manchester derby? Because you guys, it's a derby. You guys turn up in the derbies.
We do. What I would say, Tom, is this: it feels very different this time around. This doesn't feel like the run of games that we had last time. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like things are in a much worse situation than before. So I'm not looking forward to it at all.
The Manchester derby, because I talked to Yannicka because I said to her, because I said to Pep Guardiola does not take the Manchester derby seriously. He does not take it seriously. It's like under Wenger, we used to be good like the Invincibles, and when Tottenham were mid-table, I take my North London derby seriously. I take it seriously because I love my North London derbies. It's like Klopp, yeah. He takes the Merseyside derby seriously. Thomas Tuchel takes the West London derby seriously as well. But the Manchester derby, because you lot will turn up. I think you lot will win it. Like
there's always a chance to win. There's always a chance to win these things, my bro. But
I think Tottenham will beat you.
Yeah, as I say, mate, I've got no faith in any of these games coming up at all. Really appreciate the call, Tom. Top man, thank you very much indeed. Appreciate you coming on, bro. Sorry, mate.
Crystal Palace at home.
Yeah,
we've got them today. What's your prediction? Like, because I'm going. It's a tough game for us. Vieira, my legend. I would love to go to the game, but I don't have the money.
I'll be,
Like,
watch
welcome home,
the bet.
Paddy.
Watch the Bet Victor Top 6 show. We're going into that then.
I'm going 1-0 to us. Saka
Cool.
to get the
We'll
winner.
tune in tonight and we'll give you our predictions on that,
All
my
right.
friend. And I'll speak to you soon. Top man. Cheers,
Love you,
Tom.
Terry. You are the best.
Thanks, mate. Take care. Thank you. Love that. Love that. Rambo here says, we call Ollie a good man manager, but that's clearly a lie at this point. Ollie will put us back into a worse place than before he came. Hope he goes. That's the thing. If you stick with a manager too long and starts failing, things go backwards. Things do go backwards. But listen, that's the packed lunch today. That's my take on Ollie. According to Norwegian football experts, Andreas, talks with Erik ten Hag and Conte begin. Interesting point made by a man like Danny Devil in the details in a tweet about this. They are completely different managers. And my biggest fear about sacking Ollie, legit. My biggest fear about sacking him is that we go in the wrong direction afterwards. And that it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. But we will see what happens. Please smash the like button before you leave. I appreciate every single one of you tuning in, even the people that give me a little bit of stick. Remember, if you're going to give me stick, you're going to get a little bit back. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way of the world. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. See you at 6 p.m.